everyone, it is for me, and this is like the 11th time I had tried to film this video, and it just seems like the universe just doesn't want me to film this video, and I don't know why. But let me tell you something, this video is happening today, right now. So I wanted to do a different type of video, and now that I've kind of gotten my camera set up, and I think this will be how I film my videos from now on, hopefully. But just been having a few technical difficulties that have been really annoying me and not allowing me to film videos as much as I want to, and hopefully this will work out. I just feel like as long as I've been on YouTube, my YouTube journey has always been a challenge, and I'm praying for the day that it becomes simple and easy for me to just film and record a video, and it's as fun of a process to set up and record a video as it is to create the actual content for the video. And I really have seen how resilient and determined I am as a person, because I can see that I really like doing this, because I've had so many challenges when it comes to doing this, and I really just want things to work out. So I'm putting that out into the universe and praying that my process and my way of recording and my camera and the technical things start working out for the better. So this video is gonna be about basically what I've learned over this year, and I usually like to reflect on the year in October and November time. And when I talk about the year, I mean the calendar year. I only use the calendar year for practical reasons and to set my goals and deadlines and things like that. So that is what I'm going to talk about. I'm going to also talk about what I've accomplished and what I'd like to accomplish in the future, and what I feel like I haven't accomplished and why I haven't accomplished those things, and if I want to continue pursuing them as well. And I only hope for things to get better and for me to get to the place where I want to be. And I also want to just touch a little bit on what this channel is about, because I'm still trying to figure out what this channel is about, and I am trying to see what kind of space I'm trying to create for my channel. I know that one thing I know about my channel is I want it to be a space where I can be transparent, vulnerable, authentic myself. And I also want my channel to showcase my journey of becoming the person I want to become, and what I learned on that journey, and how I use what I've learned and apply it to my life so that I can become the person I do want to become. And you seeing where I started and where I'm going, and when I finally did get to my destination. So I just really want to share all of that journey, and I am tired of trying to be perfect. I want to be vulnerable, and I want to be transparent. Not too transparent, okay? Not too vulnerable, but vulnerable, and allowing myself that space and giving myself that space to be vulnerable and transparent. And the reason why I say not too is because we are on the World Wide Web, and crazy people on here. So that's why. And okay, so I'm just gonna go into why I created this video. So what have I learned this year? So there's a few things that I've learned this year that I haven't seen in other years in my life, and this year has been a really trying time for me. You can see, like, if you haven't watched my other videos, I quit my job because of various reasons that I have explained in other videos. And if you feel like I haven't gone into enough details as to why, I can create that video if there is enough people to say that they want me to create that video. And maybe I'll talk about it more in the future, but not right now. If there isn't enough people that want me to talk about it. And I quit my job because of various reasons. And for the grand scheme of things, just to say, give you a summary, I wanted better for myself. I know what I want out of life, and it was not there. And it was not that. This year has been a year where I have grown a lot as a person, and I have learned a lot of things. I learned a lot of lessons. I've gone through some things, and it has taught me about myself, about the environment I live in, and just I feel like a lot of smoke and mirrors have been shattered, and I'm starting to see things for what they truly are. And I'm the kind of person who is I have a warm, kind heart, and sometimes I can be too kind. It could be too kind to my detriment, and I'm learning that it's not okay to be that way, especially in the kind of world we live in where it's dog eats. What's that saying? Like, man, every man for themselves or every woman for themselves. And I'm just learning that I just can't be that way in this world. I can only be that way to people I trust, and yeah. So that's one thing I've learned, one big lesson I've learned actually this year. And another thing I've learned is how actually determined I am as a person, and how hard I am on myself. And I didn't realize how hard I was on myself until like I really started becoming more aware of how my thought process and how I think, and just becoming more taking notes of my thoughts, and how I process things, and how patient I am with myself and with other things and other people in my life. And I'm learning that it's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to cry. It is okay to be upset. It's okay to think that you're not perfect, because when you hit rock bottom, the only way for you to go is up from there. And becoming aware of that, it just makes me happy, because even though I have had, I'm sure everybody has had some kind of like ups. That's another thing I noticed about myself, is that I downplay my experiences by saying like, oh, everybody else. Like, we're not talking about everybody else, talking about me. It's okay to be selfish sometimes. It's okay to talk about your experiences, and focus in on your experiences, and not say everybody. So I'm not going to do that. I've noticed that it's okay to focus in on myself, be selfish and self-centered, and self-absorbed, because I'm just trying to be better, be the person I want to actually be, because I know where I'm at is not where I want to be. And it takes time figuring out how to get on learning things and relearning things that you actually want in yourself, in your mind. And on my Instagram page, if you don't already follow me, there's this post that I talked about, I just remembered it, is where I talk about the inner world, and how the inner world is like your inner voice, and it's so important for you to listen to that voice and not allow society's voice to cloud your inner voice, because you most of the time will know what's best for you in that situation or in that experience that you're having. And it's important to, yes, take advice from others, but you are the only one knowing what is best for you, because you are the only one truly going through everything in that situation. Yes, there may be people who relate to you, having similar experiences to you, may have dealt with something similar to you, may have been more wise or older or had more experiences, but you know what's best for you because you know exactly what you need. And it's important to trust that voice. It's important to know what's going on in your inner world. It's important to focus on that voice and really hone in on that voice and see exactly what is being, like, what message is being said to you or being shared with you. And it's important to have a connection with that inner world and inner voice and not be numb to it, because although I do listen to the voice inside of me and that speaks to me, which is me, I sometimes I don't trust it, or a lot of the times I no actually a lot of the times I don't trust it, and I will seek second opinion just because I don't trust that voice. And I'm on the journey to trust that voice. I know that I do know what's best for me, and I can make decisions and choices will that will be good for me, and will be the best for me. And um sometimes it's not okay to seek second opinion, because what if that second opinion is doubtful towards yours and you share it and you mess up the whole, like, how your path was supposed to go. And yeah, that's what I've learned. That's one another thing I've learned. Another thing I've learned is I am highly sensitive about my shift. I am highly emotional. Um, and when I cry, I don't cry because I'm upset or I'm sad. I cry because I'm frustrated and I'm annoyed and angry. And a lot of times people read that wrong and they think I'm upset or I'm sad or I'm um, misunderstanding. No. No. So that's another thing I've learned about myself, is that I'm highly sensitive and emotional. And I just want to tell myself that it is absolutely okay for you to be highly sensitive and highly emotional, because it's us, it's people like us that makes the world go round, because we're the listeners, we're the healers, we're the therapists, we're the um, empaths. I kind of learned something about empaths and how, like, that can stem from trauma. And yeah, I don't know, I wouldn't label myself as an empath, but with empaths and um and so on and so forth. And yeah, so we really help people, we're the helpers. And it's important that we tell ourselves that it's okay to be us, because a lot of times people who are highly sensitive or highly emotional are people who are seen as weak or not strong, or um acting like children and stuff like that. And children are the ones that are like, they're they're closer to um the spiritual world, and they're highly and intellectual beings. And a lot of times children are, yes, they're naive, but on another end, if you look at another end, they're highly I'm talking about, like, when I talk about this, I think about when I was a child and how I was highly aware I knew things that I like other children may not have known, so like or other children may have known. So yes, like I just feel like it's important for you who are highly sensitive and highly emotional to tell themselves that it's okay, because a lot of times people downplay people like that, and it's people like that that keep things together, or they're the glue to something, or like they're the glue to a lot of friendship groups, groups in general, helpers, and they're the people who share messages, they're the healers, they're the ones that help people feel better. And we need that support too. And it's important that when you see someone crying, or you see someone sad or upset, or not even upset, but like you see someone who's highly sensitive, try and be understanding, and try and be patient with them, and try and help them, because normally 10 out of 10 times there's helping other people that don't need to be having their help, like who do not deserve that help, and they get stabbed in the back. So yes, that will go into my next point of how I've noticed that I don't know how to say this and say it nicely. People are dogs out there. People are dogs out there. Yeah, like I understand why people are selfish, but people are unnecessarily selfish, unnecessarily. And I try to understand, but then when that understanding isn't given back to you, it's like, why is you giving? Why? I ask myself, why am I giving the understanding when someone else isn't giving it back to me? And I'm tired of being the bigger person all the time, because I'm the oldest in my family, and I'm just tired of being the bigger person all the time. I sometimes I want to be the person who's being helped or learning from someone else. And yeah, that's something else I've learned. So I have one big thing that I accomplished this year is being consistent with taking care of my health. And that, when I talk about health, I'm talking about exercising consistently, eating well consistently, and I'm on a weight loss journey, and so that's something I'm working on. And yeah, I've learned that exercise is so important, because I notice when I'm not exercising that my mental health is so bad compared to when I am exercising. And I love exercising. I don't think I've ever hated exercising, it's just I've been lazy and I have not been consistent with it. And now I'm seeing the huge importance it plays in my mental health, my mental well-being, and my physical well-being. And I just feel so good when I exercise, and after sweating, taking a shower, and it just makes me feel like everything, like I got this, like I can work on my goals now. And it just gives me this energy that I need, this amp of energy that I need to bring into other areas of my life. And yeah, I'm gonna need to go back to exercising more consistently, because especially, like, I find that I enjoy it so much that even when I'm not exercising consistently, I try to find something to do that will like keep my muscles and my body moving a little, and keep them from not being too sedentary and in one place for too long. So yeah, another thing I learned about myself is that I have social anxiety. I have social anxiety. And that's where I'm going to stop with that. I don't want to talk about that too much in this video. And some things that I've not accomplished this year that I wanted to accomplish is being consistent on my social media. Um, that's something that's a habit I'm going to work on starting this month, because I don't believe in waiting for the next year or the next calendar year to start working on what you want to work on. I believe that now is always the best time to start. And I definitely want to work on being more consistent on that. And another thing I want to work on being more consistent with is my spiritual well-being, because that is so important. Because when I meditate consistently, when I write my thoughts down and do a brain dump and just remove everything from my mind that's bothering me, or I do things that really like help me spiritually, or develop me spiritually, are I just find that I feel more fulfilled as a person, and I know that is something I need to work on, definitely. And it's definitely something I want to pursue in the future. So I definitely want to pursue my spiritual well-being more consistently and my social media. Um, and I also want to work on creating multiple streams of income for myself. Um, and I enjoy working with other people who have a similar mindset. So in the future, I hope to meet other people who think like me and who have similar goals to me and are willing to collaborate and work with others who are like them or think like them, and who are willing to do that with other people and team up with other people so that we can see each other grow and encourage other people. Because right now, like, I do have people who think like me, like my family and stuff, but outside my family members, I don't have friends that think like me or have similar goals to me. I don't have friends, period. And I think that's one reason why I don't go out a lot. And this is me being very transparent and vulnerable. So do not judge me. Um, yeah. So I just feel like I'm just gonna check if this is still filming. It is still filming. Okay, so yeah, so like I just want to connect with people who think like me, have similar goals to me, similar mindsets, and want to encourage others, and just to create this space where we can grow and create things and see them come to life. That is something I really, really want to pursue, is finding others who think like that and want to accomplish that. One last thing I want to talk about is that I think is so, so important to talk about is being okay with the decisions that you make as a person, and having confidence in the decisions you make for yourself, and not allowing others to make you feel down about that, or even when others aren't cheering for you or they're not believing what you're doing and you're not seeing the results yet, that you know that you will see the results. It may not come how you want it to come, or it may not present itself as the way that you think it will present itself, and knowing that things will work out for you, and even if they don't, it's still okay. It might be part of the process, and being grateful for the person that you are, because you may not remember everything that you've gone through, but you remember the feeling. And I have like a photogenic memory, so I find it hard to forget things. So I really do find it hard to forget things. I find it easy to forgive but not forget. And yeah, so I think I just have to really be grateful for the kind of person I am in order to move forward and see my experiences for what they are, and not allow them to hold me back, and not allow my thoughts to hold me down and become tangible things. Yeah, so those are a few things that I haven't accomplished yet that I would like to accomplish, that are important to me in this moment. One last thing I just wanted to actually say, because I filmed this video like a billion times, like 11 times, okay? I think this is my 12th or 13th time filming this video, and I just hope this video turns out because whatever way this video turns out is how I'm gonna post it. I don't care. I do not care. And I'm not gonna edit it too heavily. I want to show me and showcase me as myself, and I'm trying to relax in front of the camera and just be myself in front of the camera. I think I'm getting there as I'm taking so many takes. And yeah, so before I lose my train of thought, because that'll be happening like every day now. So one last thing I want to talk about is I cannot remember what I wanted to talk about. I've talked myself off my point. Yes. I think this is what I wanted to say anyways. I cannot remember what I wanted to say. But that is okay. That is okay. If I remember it, I'm going to share it on my Instagram, and I'm going to save it on one of my story highlights under my YouTube story highlights, and you guys can check it out there. I'll leave all my details in the description box, just so you know. I just want to share that all the videos I do create will be things that I find important to me, that I feel like I need to share. So yes, that is everything, hopefully, for this video. If not, like I said, I will create a story on my Instagram, and I will leave it on story highlights for YouTube. So yes, thank you for listening to me talk and listening to me share. And what have you learned this year? What have you found this year that has been profound to you? And what can you take away from what you've learned this year? And what would you like to pursue in the future? And what goals have you accomplished? I only shared one goal of mine, because that's literally one huge thing that I've accomplished, is my physical health. And that is an ongoing process for that one anyways. But being consistent at it, definitely I've nailed that one. But yes, if you're not already subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe, because I know I don't ask people to subscribe, but now I'm asking. Please subscribe and turn on your notifications. And yes, that is all for this video. Thanks for watching. Bye.